Good morning, third graders. We are going to be reviewing for our assessment, and you could be doing your review with me, or you could have printed out your review and already done it, and you're just using this time to grade it with me. But what I want to make sure that you know at the end of this is how to do every problem and understand why the answer that we choose is correct. Okay, number 1 says, name the shaded area of the rectangle. So they're just pointing to that one part. That is called 1 square unit. And we talked about that in one of our first lessons, this unit. Okay, our second problem says, find the area of the rectangle by drawing in the square units. So they want me to draw in the square units. Now I could do two strategies. I could just count them, or I could use my formula for area, which is length times width, and my length is my longer side. And if I count that, the length is 8. My width is my shorter side, which is 3, and 8 times 3 is 24. So my answer is B. Okay, let's look at our next page. This says, find the area of the street sign in square inches. So again, I could use my same formula for area, which is length times width. So my longer side is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And my width is my shorter side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if you don't know your basic facts, you could be doing an array, but I know my basic facts and I know that that is 54. Okay, my next problem says find the area again of the window in square feet. So I've been using formulas, ladies and gentlemen. You also could be counting. I might try counting on this one. So I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24. So my answer is 24 square feet. Okay, on our next page, it says, Cadence found the area of the floor by tiling it with 1 foot square pieces of construction paper. The drawing represents her work. What is the area of Cadence's floor? So remember, area is always going to be length times width. So my length is 5, and my width is 3. So the only one that matches would be D. Okay. This one's a little different. This one says find the total area of the shaded shape in square meters. Okay, this one I can't use my formula, area equals length times width, because this is not a rectangle. So there's two things I could do. I could cut it right here into 2 rectangles, or I could simply count on this one. So I would probably have counted and said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. But I could not use length times width unless I cut it into 2 and did length times width for each one. Okay, let's look at our next one. This problem says, which expression shows the total area of the rectangle? So of the total area. And if you look at my answer choices, they're a little bit different this time. Well, if I did my first shaded part, and I thought about what that means, it's length times width. So my long side is 5, and my short side is 4. And if I did this side, I would have length times width. And my length, it's not written, but I could count is 5, and my width is 2. So this would tell me this answer, this would tell me this one, and then to get the whole thing, I would have to add them. So which of these looks like that? Where am I doing 5 times 4 plus 5 times 2? And this is the only one A that would match that. Okay, number 8 is what you were reviewing yesterday. Now again, I can't use my formula, area equals length times width, because this is not a rectangle. What I could do is cut it into 2 rectangles. So for my top rectangle, I could say my length is 7 and my width is 2. So my top one is 14. And for my bottom one, I could say, my formula again, my length and width are the same. So they're both 2. So it doesn't matter which one went first. And this is 4. So if this is 14 and this is 4, then total, my answer is 18. Okay, on this one, we have, the question says, what is the area of the shaded figure on the grid? So they just want to know the shaded figure. And again, we're still having all area. So I'm going to start with my formula. And my length is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And my width is 1, 2, 3, 4. So my answer is 20 square units. Okay, for number 10, it says the area of Sharon's walkway is 48 feet. Oh, so this time they gave us the answer. It says, do these descriptions show the possible length and width of her walkway? For each description, choose yes or no to show your answer. So for this one, they said if it's 40 feet long and 8 feet wide. So if I said length times width, and I said 40 times 8, is my answer ever going to get me 48? No, my answer is going to be much larger than 48. What about for this one? It says it's 5 feet long and 10 feet wide. Is 5 times 10 going to get me 48? No, 5 times 10 is 50. So that one doesn't work. What about 6 feet long and 8 feet wide? Oh, and you might not know this. You might have to do an array to check it, but 6 times 8 is 48. And the reason I know is because I know that 5 times 8 is 40. And then if I had one more 8, that would be 48. Okay, let's look at number 11. Number 11 says, choose all the rectangles that have an area of 16 square units. So I could use my formula or I could count. I think I might just count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. No. We could have used our formula as well. Okay, number 12 says, choose all the rectangles that have a perimeter of 16. We have not seen a perimeter question yet. Okay, perimeter is not what's inside. Perimeter, remember, is our fence. It's building a fence all the way around. So we add up all of our sides. So let's check this one. So it would be 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I had 4 plus 4 plus 4, plus 4, I have 8 plus 8, that is 16. So that one worked. So I add up my sides. So this one is 2 plus 4 plus 2 plus 4. Well, 2 plus 4 is 6, and then 6 over here, that's going to be 12. So that's a no. Let's try this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll have to do it down here. 8 plus 1, 2, plus, this side's going to be 8 also then, and that side's going to be 2. So that's giving me 8 plus 2 is 10, and then 8 plus 2 is 10 also, so that's 20. That's also a no. Okay, let's check this one. 1, 2, 3, plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus 3, plus 5. So I have 3 plus 5 is 8, and 3 plus 5 is 8. So 2 8s is 16. Those are my two answers. Okay, for number 13, it says find the area and perimeter of this rectangle. Okay, so area is going to be length times width. And my length is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let me double check that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And my width is 1. So my area is 9. I could have also counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So my area is 9. Now, it says units or units squared. Area is always squared. Okay, now perimeter is I'm going to build my fence. So my fence is going to be 9 on that side, plus 1 on that side, plus 9 on that side, and plus 1 on that side. So my perimeter is going to be 9 plus 1 is 10, another 9 plus 1 is 10, so it's going to be 20. And perimeter is not squared because I wasn't counting the squares. So it is 20 units. Okay, let's look at number 14. 14 says, are these statements true or false? For each statement, choose true or false to show your answer. Area is found by adding the lengths of all the sides of a rectangle. No, that's not true. Area is found by doing length times width, so that's false. Area is reported in square units. True. The perimeter and the area of a rectangle can be the same number. Okay, this one's tricky because we really haven't seen this one. But I wanted to show you a problem that we just did on 12. I want you to look closely at this one. We said the perimeter of this is 16 because we had 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. But above it, we also said the area of this was 16 because we had area equals length times width, which is 4 times 4. So those both had the same answer. They were both area and perimeter was 16. So I'm going to say that's a true. I should bubble them in. Okay, let's look at our number 15. Number 15 says, the perimeter of this rectangle is 18 centimeters. Carly thinks the length of the missing side is 4. Do you agree with Carly? Circle your answer. Okay, so remember perimeters are fence. So if this is 5, I know this has to be 5. So 5 and 5 are 10. Okay, so I could have said, I might even cross that off and say 5 plus 5 plus what would give me 18. Those both have to be the same number, right? So this and this have to be the same number. So is Carly right? If I put a 4 there and a 4 there for my other two sides, would I get 18? Well, 5 plus 5 is 10, and 4 plus 4 is 8. So So I think Carly's right. I think that that has to be a 4. So yes, I agree with Carly. Okay, why do I agree with her? Well, let's see. So I could say perimeter is found by adding all 4 side lengths together. So I let my grader know that I know what perimeter is. And then I can say 5 plus 5 equals 10. And then I can say that 18 minus 10 equals 8. Carly knew that 4 plus 4 equaled 8. So n equals 4, period. We could say that. Okay, let's look at number 16. Ready? It says draw and shade 2 shapes with an area of 10 square units each. So they want 10 square units. Well, I can just count even 10. And remember, they have to be rectangles. So I drew it. Okay, that has 10, and I can shade it. And I could say that that is A. And then they want me to draw another one. Maybe I'll draw a long one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I can say that that is B. And I can shade it. Okay, so they want me next to find the perimeter of each of my shapes. So they want me to find the perimeter of each of my shapes. So I'm going to zoom out a little so we can see both of them. Okay, so well, my perimeter of this one is if I build my fence, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus 1, 2, plus 5, plus 2. So 5 plus 2 is 7. Another 5 plus 2 is 7. And 2 7s is 14. Okay, let's do this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Plus 1. And then this side's going to be plus 10. And that side will be plus 1. So 10 plus 1. I'm sorry, boys and girls, let me move that up. 10 plus 1 is 11. Another 10 plus 1 is 11. And 2 11s is 22. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, this is what your test is going to look very similar to tomorrow. If you have any questions, you need to reach out to your teacher to help you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.